Hello everyone, I'm Sahil from Code Help. Welcome back. In this video, let's discuss one more important point related to arrays. As in JavaScript, arrays are pretty flexible and allows usage of multiple data types. Like in JavaScript, you can declare an array. Let me declare one. Let multiarr, which can hold values of multiple types, like let's say a number, a string, and a boolean. And this would not need any type declaration. So if I have an array in JavaScript, it can hold a string, number, and a boolean as well. And we often have use cases in our applications when we need to manage such kind of data. Now, if we want the same thing in TypeScript as well, to allow use of multiple data types in the same array and not just bound our array with a single type, like let arr colon number, or let's say a boolean, but rather it could store a fixed set of types, then how can we do that? For that, we have a feature in TypeScript which is called as tuple, which allows us to create an entity which is like an array but not actually an array, which can hold values of fixed set of data types. Like let's say we want to create an array, let tuple arr, which can accommodate a string and then a number, then we can do it as equals to a string, any value, and any number value in square brackets. So what will be the syntax? We can do that by using open close square brackets, and inside the brackets we need to mention the types in a comma separated list. Like for our tuple array, number, string would be the types. So this means that tuple array is a tuple which can have values of two data types, number and a string, of which first element will be a number and second would be a string. Now we can try different operations like we did on our array in the previous video. Like let me assign tuple arr equals to a number and a string, and this would work fine. But if I assign tuple arr equals to a number only, then it will give me an error. So I can't assign my tuple arr equals to just a number, which will give me an error, as now we are bound to define the same number of values as we have given at the time of declaration. Also, let me interchange the order of types for my tuple array and store a string and then a number. Then again it will error out saying cannot assign string to a number if I hover over this, which makes it evident that you will have to provide the data types in the same sequence as we have given while declaring the tuple. There is a difference between the declaration of an array with multiple types and a tuple as well, which is for an array declaration, you need to specify the type or types before the square brackets in parentheses and adding a pipe separator with each type. Like if I have an array let myArr of type string and number, then I can do colon open parentheses then string. After that I'll use a pipe operator and number close parenthesis, and I need to follow it by an open close square brackets. And this array can hold string and number values in any order, or even an empty array would work, like if I'll write myArr equals to open close square brackets, it would work fine. So now it is evident that we are not bound to give values as in case of tuple, and also it is also not mandatory to define the same sequence as at the time of declaration. But for a tuple, you need to define the values inside the square brackets as a comma separated list. As you can see in our case of tuple array, we have defined number and string as a comma separated list inside the square brackets. So by now you must be pretty clear the differences between an array and a tuple. So the tuple would come handy when you want to create a set of values which will have a specific data type in a particular order. For those use cases, you can try considering a tuple, but in case if you're not sure about the types of values, then it is better to go with a dynamic array of type any. So that's all in this video, guys. Hope this video has helped you. If it did, please like it, leave a comment, and do share it with your friends. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you and see you in the next lecture.